Here's how important it is to buy a house before you turn 30. I'm 23. I bought my first house when I was 22. I bought the house for $500,000. I spent $80,000 to fix it up, and now the house is worth $750,000. By buying a fixer and putting in some work to fix it up, I created $170,000 in equity from that one house within the first few months that I owned it. So that's one thing. The other thing is that I bought this house in a great neighborhood that appreciates at around 8 to 10% per year, which means every 10 years that property is going to double in value. So the $750,000 house will be worth $1.5 million when I'm 32, and I bought it for $500,000. So over 10 years, that's $1 million in equity. And that's one house. Imagine if you bought 2 or 3. That house is in Seattle. So after I lived in it for a year and moved out and rented it out, it's not cash flowing anything crazy because it's got a $4,500 mortgage, but the rent is covering the mortgage, and that house will just sit there for years and years appreciating in value. I do that 3 or 4 more times, I can retire before 30. And by the time I'm 50 or even 40, I'm gonna have a shit ton of real estate equity. I'm just telling you guys now. There is a huge affordability crisis, and buying a house for 3.5% down with the FHA loan, or even 2 or 3 houses, is how my generation and beyond are not only going to be able to buy a house, but set ourselves up for life and build generational wealth at a very low cost.